This is going over quiz 8.4, 8.5. Number one, the first thing is, hey, the shape is a rhombus. Well, one of the things we know about a rhombus is, hey, it's a parallelogram. What happens to the diagonals in a parallelogram? They bisect each other. Also, in a rhombus, the two diagonals are perpendicular. There we go. So we got four right triangles. I'm going to look at this first one right here. I want to find the distance AC. I'm going to look at that triangle right there, and I want to first find AE. So let's go set it up like this. I know that if that's 7, this is 7. I'm going to put my I right here, and I want AE. Well, I see opposite and adjacent. The opposite is AE, the adjacent is 7. Let's set up a tangent here. Here we go. Tangent of my I, so tangent of 20 equals opposite AE over the adjacent 7. Okay, let's do tangent of 20 in our calculator. Okay, tangent of 20 is 0.3639 equals AE over 7. Hey, let's multiply both sides by 7. There, that takes care of that. Multiply by 7. Here's our answer on this one. We've got AE equals 2.55. Now, that's not our answer. That's 255. That's 255. I want the whole thing right there. That's going to be double it. That's going to be 5.10. 5.10. 5.10. Now, so that's that part. Now the perimeter. Well, remember, all four sides are the same in a rhombus. I just got to find one side and multiply it by 4. I'll tell you what, we'll do cosine to find side AB. Adjacent from my I. Adjacent is 7. The hypotenuse is AB, so that's adjacent and hypotenuse. That's cosine. So here we go. Cosine of 20 degrees equals adjacent over hypotenuse, AB. Cosine of 20, let's figure out what that is. There we go. Make sure our mode is in degrees. Okay, we've got cosine of 20. There it is. 0.9396 equals 7 over AB. Unknown on the bottom. Let's do the Toby switch. Here we go. AB equals 7 over 0.9396. We get our distance AB. 7 divided by 0.9396. Yeah, there we go. 745. Okay. 745. 745. Again, that's not what I'm asking though for. I'm asking for the perimeter. So you got to multiply that 745 times 4. And there we go. I got 2980. That's the perimeter right there, 2980. Any units now? No units. Okay, here we go. Number 2. Hey, it's a rectangle. I want to find the perimeter. Well, first of all, what I think I'm going to do is this. I do know this, that QS is 20. So that's this distance right here. Okay, what else did they give me? PTS is 34. Yeah, I see that. It's a rectangle. Now, what do we know about the diagonals of a rectangle? The diagonals are equal. So this is also 20 from here to there. Now, take a look at this one. Here, here, here. Right triangle, because we got right angles all in the rectangle. So look at that triangle. I want to find this side right here. Okay, do RS. Okay, opposite hypotenuse. Opposite is RS. Hypotenuse is 20. That's sine. Sine of my I. Sine of 34 degrees equals opposite RS. Hypotenuse is 20. Okay, looking good. Sine of 34. Here we go. Sine of 34. Nice. 0.5591. 0.5591 equals RS over 20. Multiply by 20 here. Multiply by 20 here. We got RS to be pretty close to 1118. 1118 here. 1118 on the other side. Okay, now let's do the bottom side. You can do Pythagorean theorem, that's fine. I'm going to do cosine. Okay, here we go. Cosine of 34 degrees is adjacent. Adjacent is TS over the hypotenuse is 20. Let's go cosine of 34. Good. 8290.8290 equals TS over 20. Multiply by 20 here. Multiply by 20 here. Here we go. TS is pretty darn close to 1658. There we go. 1658 here. 1658 here. We're going to add up all four sides. Here we go. Hey, there's 2 times the 1118 plus 2 times the 1658. Grand total 5552. That's our answer, 5552. I did trig to find those sides because I have a right triangle inside the rectangle. Let's keep on going here. Okay, we've got a square. What do we know about a square? Let's see, what do we know about this one? LK is 4, good. Find the angle LNP. First of all, LNP, remember, it's always going to be at the middle, so it'll be at N. LNP, they're looking for that angle. When you draw the diagonals in a square, what happens? It cuts the 90 in half. I got 45 here, 45 here, 45 here, 45 here. I got 45s all over the place. Okay, so that's the one they wanted right there with the dot. That's 45 degrees. Okay, now the perimeter. Well, you got to find the side. Here's what you know. The diagonals, first of all, they bisect each other. Second of all, they're congruent. So I got this, 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 and this. They're all the same. They're all 4. And what do we know about the diagonals in a square? Just like a rhombus, they're perpendicular. So I'll tell you what, I'll work on this one right over here. If you want to do 45, 45, 90, you could, or you could do Pythagorean theorem. 4 squared plus 4 squared equals LP squared. I tell you what, I'm going to do the 45, 45, 90. I take the leg and I multiply it by root 2. Here it is, 4 root 2. Let's get that as a decimal. 4 root 2. That's going to be 566. There we go. Now, what do I want? I want the perimeter. Every side is that, so 4 times 566. The perimeter, here we go. We've got a perimeter of 2263. 2263. Okay, keep on rolling here. We got number 4. It's a trapezoid. What kind of trapezoid? It's an isosceles trapezoid because the 2 legs are the same. What do we know about an isosceles trapezoid? First of all, yeah, the legs are the same, but the base angles are also the same. Base angles, they're also the same. Okay, now what do we know? Well, in a trapezoid, those 2 got to add up to 180. Those 2 got to add up to 180. So here we go, 180 minus the 40, we got 140. 140 here, 140 here. Let's put our answers. J is 140. L is 40 degrees. M is 140. Okay, what do we got here? We got a trapezoid. The left and right sides are the bases. That MN, it goes from a midpoint to another midpoint. It is the mid segment right there. What do we know about it? Its length is the average of the two bases. Yes, it is parallel to the bases, but its length is the average of the two bases. So here it is. MN is the average of 34 and 52. We add them up, divide by 2. Let's see what we got. We got 6. We got 86 divided by 2. 43. Boom, there we go. We got it. 43 there, 43 there. Okay, nice. Okay, what do we got? Okay, let's finish up here. 6. We got a kite. Okay. What do we know about a kite? Well, yeah, two sides, the two consecutive sides are congruent, but the opposite sides are not. I see that. What do we know about angles? Only two opposite angles are congruent. Well, it's not H and F. That's 106 and 40. It's these two. They're congruent angles. Well, how do we get them? All the angles in a quad. Inside angles, all the interior angles add up to 360. Let's see what we used already. 106 and 40. We used 146. Take it away from 360. 146. There we go. Okay, 10 minus 6 is 4. We got a 1. We got a 2. We got 214 degrees left for both of those angles. And they're exactly the same. So cut it in half. 107. There we go. 107 here, 107 for G, that's the one I want, boom, 107. Okay, here we go. Side lengths, it's a kite. Look at the diagonals. What do the diagonals do to each other? They're perpendicular to each other. So I want to find these two sides, I want to find these two sides. I see Pythagorean theorem, here it is. 4 squared plus 4 squared equals xy squared. Well, we got 16. We got 16 xy squared. We got 32 equals xy squared. Root it. Here we go. Xy equals, we've got 566. 566. 566 here. 566 here. Okay. How about for the bottom one here? 4 squared plus 7 squared equals yz squared. We got 16, we got 49 equals yz squared. We got 5, carry the 1, that's going to be 65 equals yz squared. Root, here we go, root 65. Okay, let's go root 65 right here. We got the square root of 65. Nice. 806. Okay. 8.06. 8.06 here. 8.06 here. It asks, find the side lengths. Well, there's two different side lengths. One of them, one pair is 566. The other one is 806. And that is going over quiz 8.4, 8.5.